Hi guys, welcome back to the session. In the previous session, we extracted data from Flipkart and stored it inside Excel using the data scraping functionality of UiPath. But while extracting data from different websites and applications using this data scraping functionality, the UiPath projects might cause issues to you. Some of the commonly faced issues are the UiPath is not able to move to the next page of the application, and even if it moves to the next page, it's not going to extract the data from the next page. So we will create a project today which is going to handle such scenarios. So let's get started. So today I'm going to use the Amazon website, which is another e-commerce application where let's say that I search for again iPhone 11 phone, and this is the search result. So we will create a project which is going to extract the description and the cost across all the pages of the search result. Now if you proceed in a similar way which we did using the Flipkart application, we built this project in the previous session. If you proceed like this, you will face the issues such as the project is not able to click on the next button, or it's not going to extract the data from the next page, which we will handle in the today's session. So let's build our project for today. So for that, I'm going to take new sequence. Let's give the name as data extraction, and let's click on create. Now here first of all I'm going to use this open browser activity which is going to launch this URL. So let's add this URL here, and I'm going to work on the Chrome browser. So let's select the browser type as Chrome. Let's delete this do section, it is not required. Then I will use this data scraping functionality to extract the data only from this first page. So let's select this data scraping functionality and make sure that your application is open from where you wish to extract the data. So since I have already opened this application, so click on next and highlight the data to be extracted. I want to extract description, so highlight it and click it. Since this description makes a pattern, so click on next and highlight it again and click it. So this description element has been extracted with the text and the URL. So to extract both, check both of them and change the column name to description and the second column name to URL and click on next. So this is the preview data. Now since I also want to extract the cost, so I'm going to click on extract correlated data and select the cost from here. Now since cost is also making a pattern, so click on next and select another cost. And it is done. This is the extracted text and the URL for the cost. We'll select only the text of the cost. So check this box and change the column name to cost and click on next. So this is the preview data, and here we can provide the maximum number of results to be fetched. To fetch all the result, we will provide 0 and click on finish. Now it is asking, is data spanning across multiple pages? So yes, the data spans across multiple pages, but as I mentioned, it's going to create issues. It's not going to click on the next button and not going to extract the data. So I will select this no option, and the data scraping is done with this attach browser activity and this extract data activity, and the result of the extraction is stored inside the data table. Now this extract data table stores the data only from the first page. So let's collapse this one. Now our next step in the project is to check whether this next button exists or not, and if this next button exists, click on the next button and then extract the data. So first we will check whether this next button exists or not using the activity element exist. So we'll go with this activity element exists. Let's drag and drop it here, and we will indicate this next button on the screen. So indicate on the screen and select this next button, highlight this next button and click on that, and it is done. Now the result will be stored inside a Boolean variable. So right click and create a variable here as check. So this check variable got created, and this is a variable of type Boolean. Now if the button exists, then the value of check will hold the value true. Next we are going to add the while activity here. We will use this while activity here, and in the condition we'll provide the Boolean variable. So if this Boolean variable check is true, that means this next button exists. We will click on this next button. So to click on the next button, I'm going to use the click activity. So this is the click activity. Drag it inside the body and indicate on the screen, and this is the next button. Indicate it to be clicked. Now once this button is clicked, we are in the second page, and here we want to extract the description and the cost. So what we can do, we can copy this data scraping sequence from here, which extracts the description and the cost from the first page. We are going to copy this one from here, and we will paste it after this click activity. So if you open this data scraping, this is the attached browser. Check the selector once. Here it says the selector is not valid even if the proper page is open. So let's see what we can do. App name will be Chrome. If I change the title to have a wildcard character, so if I click on validate, now it is a valid selector. So let's click on OK. And similarly, we will check the selector for this activity as well. So move to target and move to selector. And here the selector is valid, so that is okay. So let's click OK here. And similarly, the result of the extracted data will be stored to the extract data table variable, which is present here. We can change the scope of this variable to data extraction Amazon sequence, which is this one. So let's collapse this one. Now click between this click on next button and data scraping, I'm going to add a delay. If you do not provide delay here, it's not going to extract the data. So I'm going to add a delay here. You can check in your case if it's working fine without a delay, you are good to go. Otherwise, please add a delay between the click on next button and the next data scraping. So I'm going to provide a delay here of 10 seconds. And once the data is scraped from this second page, we again have to check whether this next button exists or not, which we can do using this element exist activity. So I will copy this one from here and I will paste it inside the body of while activity. So paste it here. And let's check the selector of this as well. So here again it is not a valid selector. So what we can do, we can try with changing the title again. So I'm going to put the wildcard character, and if I validate here, you see it's working fine. So let's close this. So in a similar way, we can check the other activity selectors as well to check whether the selectors are valid or not. And if they are not valid, then we'll have to modify the selector. So we validated the selector for element exist and data scraping activity. Let's validate the selector for this click activity as well. So select this one, and this is not again a valid selector. So I'm going to try the similar thing here. I'm going to change the title, and now it is a valid selector. So let's click on OK. Next, We'll check for this element exist activity as well. So this is also showing as a invalid one. So I'm going to do the similar thing here. And now it is a valid selector. And in the data scraping, let's open this one. This is again showing as invalid. So I'm going to change the title. This is fine now. And next, this extract data activity. So check this selector. This is a valid selector. So let's click on OK. Also, if you notice inside the variables, there are two extract data table variables since we have copied and pasted the data scraping activity into the while activity. So I'm going to delete this one. And here we do not require any default value. So I'm going to delete this as well. So we are done with our while activity. It's going to check the condition if the value of this check button is true. That means the next button exists. Click on the next button, provide a delay of 10 seconds and extract the data. And once the data has been extracted, again check whether the next button exists or not, and if this next button exists, that means the check value will be true, and again the while loop condition will be checked as true, and it will continue to execute the activities present inside the body. So we are done with the while as well. Let's collapse this one, and at the end we will write the extracted data inside the Excel. So for that I'm going to use this similar Excel. I'm going to create a new sheet here, and I'm going to provide the name as Amazon data. So let's provide the sheet details here. I'm going to use the write range activity. Write range under the workbook. Let's add it here and provide the file path. So click on browse, and here this is the extracted data. Let's click on OK, and here we'll provide the sheet name. Let's provide the sheet name to Amazon data. We will start writing from the A1 cell, and the data table will be extracted data table, which is present here. And since it will contain the headers as well as description and the cost, so I'm going to check this one as well. Now I'm going to show you one more logic what you can provide here. So here you see the data is present across the 6 pages. But let's say that you want to extract the data only from the 4 pages. So in that case, how we can do so? We can do so using the variable. So let me show you. I can create a variable here. So right click here and create a variable as page count, which is going to track the page count. This will be a variable of type integer, and I'm going to provide the default value as 1. And inside the while condition, we can provide a check as, and I will put a and to provide another condition, and I'm going to provide the another condition as page count less than 4. And at the end, here I'm going to increment the page count. So for that, I'm going to use this assign activity. Here, let's provide the page count plus 1. It will be incremented every time by 1, and provide the page count here. Now, since this page count variable starts with the default value as 1, and we are incrementing it every time at the end of the while condition. So, and here we are checking the page count as well, less than 4. So, overall, the data from this application will be extracted across only 4 pages. So all done for this project. The project is complete. It's going to launch the Amazon website inside the Chrome browser. Then it's going to extract the data from the first page of the Amazon website. Then it's going to check whether the next button exists or not. And accordingly, it will assign the value true or false inside this check variable. Now, if the condition is true, that is check is true and page count is less than 4, initially the page count will be 1. The default value we provided as 1. So if both the conditions are true, It's going to click on the next button. Then we provided a delay here, and then it's going to extract the data across the second page. Now, once the extraction from the second page is done, it is again going to check whether the next button exists or not and increment the value of page count variable. So this was inside the while loop, and once the while loop is over, it's going to write the data inside the Excel. So let's see how this project works. I'm going to close this Excel and I'm going to close this website as well. Let's save this project and let's quickly run it to see how it works. And my project is running now. It launched Amazon website. It is extracting the description and cost from first page. Clicked on the next button. It is trying to click on the next button. And it clicked on the next button. I have provided a delay here of 10 seconds. So it will wait for 10 seconds and then it's going to extract the description and cost from the second page. And it clicked on the next button and now it's in the third page. It is going to extract description and the cost from this third page. And it clicked on next button again and it will extract the description and the cost from this fourth page. Now since we had provided the page count condition as page count less than 4, so it's going to extract till fourth page and our project is done. Let's quickly check the Excel which contains the data. So I will move to this extracted data Excel, and here you see this is the extracted result, description, URL and cost which got extracted across the 4 pages of this Amazon website. So this is the extracted data. So in this way we can work on the data extraction in UiPath with different logics, so that the data gets extracted properly across all the pages which we require. And that's all for this session, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a like and share with your friends and hit the bell button to get the updates on the latest videos. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel as well, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye bye.